Welcome to One Crack News. I'm Carcino, and we're back at it. Um, Many people have made their statements or made their claims as to what they saw on the screen, and they couldn't believe it. Um, I remember my dad was the first person to tell me something about it. Like, did you see what just happened? So what happened and transpired, I mean, everything's getting blown into crazy exaggerations from what I heard, from what I'm actually seeing that took place. The Olympic boxing competition, it's Olympic female boxing, it just got plunged into controversy at the Paris Olympics in London, which seemed to be a lot of place for controversy from the opening ceremony on. Two fighters came into the center um, in the middle of a geopolitical storm when it comes to gender, race around the country, and everything else. And they allowed an Algeria boxer named Imane Khelif, who had failed a gender eligibility test last year and faced criticism over the inclusion into the event. So, being in the event, they knew going into this fight that they were fighting somebody who was born as a male. And the Italian opponent, Angela Carini, personally called an end to the fight. And about 45 seconds into the first round of the encounter, this was the 66 kilogram division. So she took a right hand stiff on the chin with the first minute. I mean, it was like really serious. Like, boom, straight counter shot. She had threw a female hook, and he threw a male punch straight down the pipe. Boom, caught her right on the chin. She goes over to her corner, talks to her trainer, and says, I've never been hit so hard in my life. I'm going to have to safeguard my life. So she said that was it. So 45 seconds into the fight, she told her trainer to end the fight, and he ended it. She took one punch. Now, why did this woman have to take any punch fighting this man? Well, because he now identifies himself as a female. This is what we allow now. Common sense is out the window. If a person says he identifies himself as a lion and wants to go live in the lion pit with the rest of the lions, are you going to let that man go in the pit and live in there with the rest of the lions, even though he identifies as a lion? He roar, starts kicking up mud and says he's a lion and don't want to talk anymore, want to live his life as a lion. He identifies as a lion now and should be in the lion preserve. Do you want to put him in there? No, you don't. But he identifies as a lion, right? No, because your common sense says once he gets thrown in there, them lions gonna remind him he's not a lion real fast. If a person identifies himself as a Great Dane or a dog, and he just outside, Mm-hmm. ESPN hasn't mentioned anything on it, but they're the worldwide leader of sports. That hasn't led off the telecast. That's strange. Oh yeah, that'd have been like, oh, okay. He got that little right hand off. Now, my thing is, you were born as a male. Whatever you identify with outside of the sport of boxing has rules, male, female divisions for the safety. If they wanted males to fight females, it would just be one division. They're separated by gender for a reason. In the NBA, you have the male basketball players, you have female basketball players. They're separated for a reason. So, whatever your personal preference is, or your personal decisions of what you identify as in the state of these Olympics and tournament and this boxing, you're following our rules. If you was born as a man, you are going to be considered a male in this sport. If you was born a female and you identify as a male now, you still gonna be a female in this sport. That's just what it is. Y'all keep trying to blur the lines, and you're gonna blur someone into injury or worse, death. You're endangering people. See, boxing is different than basketball or something like that because you're actually hitting people. It's on attack. It's not an attack on women. It's an attack on our basic beliefs of society. It's an attack on why in the world would Paris, London allow this? Just like their opening act, the opening ceremonies, how people were disgusted when they saw it. I still haven't watched it. So I'm just like, maybe one day I'm going to turn it on and go through it. But this is Paris, France. So this aligns with their agenda. Now, this person who failed a gender test, there's a reason that they have gender tests to prevent things like this happening. So they knew this dude was born a male going into this fight, even the opponent. They opposed this and they were forced to go into the ring and fight this person. I commend her for going in the ring and giving it a try. And then when she took the punch, she realized, nah, I'm out. Because now this highlights it at a bigger stage had she not gotten in the ring at all. Had she not gotten in the ring and they just advanced this person, we wouldn't be talking about it probably as much. It would just been silence. But now you have the visual so people could see how odd that is. Mm. It's not an attack on trans people. It's just that there are rules. And wherever you go to, if you go to a job, there are rules. And going back to the dog analogy, if you identify yourself as a dog and you walking out on the street, is the dog pound gonna come grab you and put you in the doggone pound, being loose stray on the street? Hmm? I think that is I think that's a very tragic situation that can happen. Is because we have common sense. We don't put human beings in dog pounds. And there's people in the nut house, right? They put them in the crazy house when they say they believe they're animals and stuff like that. They say, okay, put them in the crazy house. They go put them in an insane asylum or a hospital, whatever you want to call it, for the mentally challenged, because they figure you're not thinking straight. But we have our common sense on that, but we don't have common sense here. That's alarming. Somebody says, I identify as a woman even though I'm born as a man. Our common sense doesn't say, well, you're still a male no matter what your mind says you identify as. Physiology, your physical is male. So common sense says you cannot fight or do play in female sports because you were not born a female. Sorry that you don't identify as one, but to play this game, to play this sport, you need to be here. Nobody needs to do anything for views. It's just sad when you see a situation go in a direction it don't need to be. This is a common sense thing. It shouldn't even be an issue highlighting the whole Paris Olympics. It's a black eye to the game of boxing. It's a black eye to the trans people. And it's a black eye to society. There were a lot of people that have to say yes for this to happen, that they know is against the rules. Yeah, Imane, you'll have to fight in the males division, and we'll see how you know, fare. But you put yourself in the females division because you feel you can get a gold medal. Your country failed you because they tried to sneak a medal for their country in the female boxing category by putting males in there. So Algeria takes some blame. The Paris or London Olympics take blame for this because they know the rules. But somebody decided they want to bend the rules. And incidents like this, unfortunately, is going to hurt those trans people. And people are going to look at them different and blame them. And more abuse goes to their name when this is just this person right here who made this conscious decision that they wanted to do this in this division. We had this issue with a swimming issue. Um, what in the worlds, I believe. So a lot of these issues are going to be up in the air, and to me, there's no debate. There's no need to debate. Common sense should weigh in here, and for whatever the reason, people are not using common sense anymore when it comes to situations that requires it. That's alarming. It's very alarming. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's the case right now. I don't know why they're doing such acts, sub KB, but it's common sense. And they're trying to make it seem like it's complicated when it really isn't. If they wanted men and women to be in the same sport, we wouldn't have male and female divisions in everything. Male and female soccer, male and female swimmers, male and female, everything you've seen in this Olympics has been male and female. So if we have common sense to not know a person who identifies themselves as an animal, we don't put them in the zoo with the animals. We don't say this man here says he's a tiger. Let's put him in the tiger cage with the rest of the tigers. Because if they do that, them other tigers gonna show him how much of a tiger he isn't. And we do that to protect them from their own safety, right? We have common sense to know that even that person identifies himself as a tiger, we know he ain't a tiger. So our common sense said, well, we know you're not a tiger, so we're not going to put you into the cage. Hell, your name could be Tiger Woods. We're not going to put you in the woods with the tigers. Because why? We have common sense. Our common sense says we shouldn't be doing that because we know better, right? So if we know better, why aren't we exhibiting the same thing when it comes to this? If a man says, guy who's born as a male decides, hey, I think I'm female now, I identify as that. Whatever he mentally identifies with, us, common sense knows he's a male. No matter what he identifies as, you were born a male so that you can only fight or participate in male activities in sports. These are called the rules. They didn't make the rules to go against you. They made these rules for the sport. Period. And this is a sport in which people are hitting each other in the face. Okay? This is not just we swimming together, we playing basketball, or no. These people get hit in the face. And Paris of London, because they all pro everything, they said, oh, we can squeeze it by in Paris Olympics. That's why London, I'm debating on if you guys should ever get the Olympics ever again. Paris should never get it again. Because of their ideology of being open, they are opposed to these barriers, and you're making it personally about your beliefs based on what you think instead of what the rule is. Okay? You're not going to put the best WNBA player in there trying to guard LeBron James. Right? You would say that's not fair. LeBron dunked on her. That's not fair how he backed her down and then dunked the basketball. That's not fair. right? So they're divisions for reasons. They know there's a whole difference here with the equality between male and female. So if you're born a male, why would you put a male in there who was born a male, no matter what his psychological is telling him? This person was just denied a year ago because of their gender. They failed the gender test. And their country thought that they could sneak out a gold medal. So Algeria is at blame. Paris and London is at blame because they forced that woman to get in the ring to fight that person. So now there's a whole black eye on the game. And now, unfortunately, the sport of boxing got to take a hit over there in Olympic competition because this was allowed. Algeria should be banned in the next Olympics. Algeria cannot participate in Olympic boxing. They should have a ban for about 10 years. Paris should not get the Olympics again. Period. I haven't seen the opening ceremonies. People said it was egregious. I saw that they came out and apologized for the opening ceremonies. Somebody was like, man, it was sacrilegious. And I said, it's Paris, France. I can see why. So I think they should be banned for that. But it's amazing how we don't have common sense on situations that requires common sense because of political agendas, personal agendas, and it does not make any sense to make these changes. This isn't about using a bathroom, which I think is ridiculous also. That you got to make another bathroom because you don't feel comfortable using the bathroom. Like what? I identify as a woman. I don't want to go in the male's bathroom. You were born a male. What do you want me to tell you? You're going in the stall to use the bathroom. Okay? That's why people go in there. If I'm at a basketball game, my concern ain't I'm in the bathroom with all these men. I'm going in there to use the bathroom, wash my hands, and get the hell up out of there. I'm not there to camp out and hang out in the bathroom. We've lost a lot of common sense in this country. This is a result of them getting in power, making the votes, changing the laws. See, that's one thing you could say about them. They know how to get themselves in position. They say, well, if I want this, I got to get in position so that we can come in there. They unified to get those votes so they can get people in there and get stuff passed through Congress. And then they get enough people in the Congress themselves. They was like, okay, well, Congress going to keep voting this down till we get our people in there. So they went and got their people in there. So now they people are sitting at the front of the table. So now when them bills come across, they gonna go, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. You go, girl. And that's how you know, there it is. Bills are changed, and you like, what the hell? Because you sitting back watching it all happen. They out there making that happen. They involved. You know, they have these community centers where they go in and they come to the town and see the people who wants to reject the bills and rejects it. So they have these meetings and they know most of us aren't going to show up because, well, we're not going to know about it. So the floor will be open for the people to come in and oppose it. Some will come in, some won't. Absolutely. Testosterone level, well, they talking testosterone level BS. It don't matter what your testosterone level is. If you tell testosterone is low, you better build up your immune system. Get your testosterone level up. Get your T level count high. There's some males with a lot of female tendency. Their testosterone level is down like a mug. They better find their confidence and get that T level up. But you were born a male, sir. So that is that. Oh, damn. Damn, it's 1 o'clock already? Oh, man. All right, I got to get out of here. I got a meeting in 30 minutes. So I just got the alert. Thank y'all for sticking by. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bust Life. He's probably going to go live right now. Patreon today is going to kick right off to start off this new month of August. We got to bring the heat, so we're going to bring it. I'm out. Peace.